What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dadlife. Alright guys, it's been a while since we've done a little Corvette how-to project. In this video, stay tuned. We're going to do something I've been waiting to do for a long time on this car. Put a new aftermarket steering wheel on the car. From Overtake Auto. Stay tuned, guys. Enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, we are inside the Corvette, and this is the dated steering wheel. It's massive. Massive, massive. Mine's not in the worst condition by any means. I mean, still looks like the right color. It's not chipped or faded. But truthfully, it's just big and boring. There's nothing exciting about this steering wheel. And sometimes you feel like you're turning like a pickup truck. Anywho, what we're going to do today is we are going to install something special that I've been waiting on for a long time. So let's take a look. All right, guys. So the moment we've been waiting for. I've been putting this off for over a year. I've been eyeing this up. It's been on sale. So what's in the box? It's time. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. This is exciting. All right, open it up. It's definitely going to change the look of the interior of the Vette, and I can't wait to get this baby installed. It's not going to be a fun install, but let's see what we got here. Should we peek? Should we peek? It's upside down. Let's... All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see how to open this. Got some good packaging, good bubble wrap here. Woo! All right. Ooh. Look at this. Wow. Look at this, guys. Woo! Look at this. Look at the back. You got the finger grips here. This is real carbon fiber, not hydro dip. You got the perforated leather on the sides, the red center stripe, and the red stitching. Look at this thing. Shout out to Overtake Auto for this. They're running a special. It's still on sale, low stock, but this is going to look killer. It's thicker. It's got the flat bottom. Look at that, guys. Now we got to go install it. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pop the hood. Now, I've already done this, but what you want to do is disconnect your battery. So in my case, I actually took the battery out completely, and it's been out for about a week and a half now. But realistically, you want to disconnect your battery. You're going to shove microfiber towel between the terminals and the leads. Make sure it doesn't, ground itself while you're working on the car. And mainly you want to let it sit. Some people say 30 minutes, some people say an hour. But realistically, I would say whatever you're comfortable with overnight, because you are going to be messing with the stock airbag. We are going to be removing that airbag, the whole unit. So in my opinion, if you have the ability, I would say let the battery run down so the airbag can drain out at least overnight, just to be safe. That's my opinion. So that's step one. Step one, disconnect your battery. All right, guys. So of course, when I go to film a video, there's landscapers with gas-powered leaf blowers. But anywho, the first step after you disconnect the battery now is you're going to have two screws behind the steering wheel. See if you can get in there real quick. Let that focus. One here, and then one on the other side. Right around there. They are T30. So in order to gain access to the two T30 screws, we're going to first, we're going to adjust the steering wheel all the way up, and we're going to turn the steering wheel like so. So the steering wheel is turned up and down. So now it's going to allow us access to these two T30 screws. Before we jump in, let's look at the tools we're going to use. Guys, some of the tools we're going to use is you're definitely going to rent this from AutoZone, OEM steering wheel puller. part number 57182. It's going to come with the J hooks that are going to be used to get the stock steering wheel off. These two hooks right here, just like that, brand new. And then the nice thing about the rental program, if you've never used it at AutoZone before, is you can keep it as long as you want, keep your receipt, and when you return it, you get a full refund. So you literally can go at your own pace, keep the receipt, and then you can return it when you're done the project. We're also going to use, I think I'm going to be able to get away with these two little T30s here. I also have a T30 long extension. You're going to use a 13/16 socket. I have a breaker bar. I'm going to try to break the stock nut off the steering wheel without using an impact to break it off. All right, so this is the T30 in the back here. And we're just slowly taking this off. Just take your time, it'll come. All right guys, so I got the top one broken loose. You can see, kinda wants to come. So now to get to this bottom one, we're gonna raise this all the way up as high as it'll go. And let's see if I can get this in here and seat it on the, I mean, it should be there, right? It's there somewhere. I think I have it seated on the screw head. Careful not to strip it. I'm using these vice grips to kind of act as a socket, if you will. So let's try this. Take your time. A quick moment, guys, so you can see. So far I disconnected the yellow tab, lifted open from here, the clock spring wire, which just goes right in there. And now we got to disconnect our ground wire right there. Probably a 7mm, maybe an 8, but I'll report back. So I just want you guys to see it so we know where we're at. All right, so let's remove. There comes your ground. I'm gonna set this aside so we don't lose it. And we have removed the airbag. And now we gotta remove the 13/16 using the lug nut cross because I can't find my deep socket 13/16. So this is working, and I just held the wheel with my knees. All right, so let's take this off quickly. All right, so that's off, and let's just give a little pull. All right, so like we expected, it's on there. So what you're gonna do now, before we hook up the steering wheel puller, is we're gonna lightly thread that back on a little bit, a couple threads. That way, as we yank at it, it's not gonna slam us in the head. So now let's hook up our steering wheel puller. All right, guys, time to grab what we need here. We're gonna use these two J hooks here. We're gonna use this threaded rod and the H. This is what we're gonna use. I got my ratchet, my extension, and the socket for the end. This threaded rod. So let's try to set this up here. I'm gonna do this one-handed. Got the J hooks here. Let's try to set these. See if it's better to have it. All right, guys, let's try to set up our J hooks in there. See how far in it'll go. Guess it can only go one way. Guess we're gonna find out, right? Let's move that yellow wire out of the way real quick. Let's try to get this set up here. certainly is fun. All right, guys, we are back. What I just did after struggling is, I think half of my struggles, truthfully, is I'm just not setting up the puller the right way. So I finally grabbed my vice grips and I basically latched on to the flat part here to turn and position it. So if I'm not mistaken, this one, the foot, like the L hook, the J hook, if you will, is facing up. This J hook is, I got it to face down. So I feel like now that I actually have the J hook set up, I'm gonna say right. We gotta find a way to get this wedged back on somehow. And clearly it's not gonna be easy. Of course, I'm doing this one-handed because I can't find the right tripod that I wanted to use for this video. So what if we, hold up. I'm gonna put you guys down real quick. You guys see? I think you got that. Oh God. All right, so we're gonna unscrew this. Let's hold this for a minute. All right, so we're gonna try to get this. Hold on, bud.
The new steering wheel?
This is the, I'm getting the old one off still.
Is it hard?
Yep, so that worked. So now we're going to thread this down by hand. It's gonna take forever. But I think half of this issue is because I'm not setting it up right. My kids are watching me right now. Down. Keep going, keep going. All right, let's get it centered. All right, guys. So I think I have this mounted right. The nut's back on. We're gonna just do this slowly and see if we can get it to pop. Now that it's positioned the right way, I'm gonna leverage my knees against the back of the steering wheel. And let's just crank the anchors. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, much tighter now. Let's lower this down a little more. Try to wedge. Oh, don't want it to bend. Might have to get the impact. Let's go get the impact. Thing's fighting us. Alright, we're still straight. That nut's still on. It's still tight. Alright, we're bending it up, so we gotta loosen it and probably reset it. Alright, let's see. Did we pop it yet? Doesn't appear it. Still not popped off. Getting there. Feels like we're getting there.
Did it pop?
Not yet. We gotta loosen it again. It'll be a loud pop. Alright, ready? I feel like we're close. Close, right? We're gonna try this.
So now, go.
Good?
Mm.
Everyone close your ears or, yep.
But I can't, Daddy.
This is normal, right? Okay, guys. I just heard a loud pop. I just heard a loud pop. So either I broke something or I broke it loose. I think I broke it loose, guys. Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, guys. We're live. So basically, I've been using this impact, and all I could say is, think of it as like wax on, wax off. Tighten, 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 loosen, 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 tighten, tighten, tighten. I've just been going at it, and then what'll happen is this starts bending up, and then loosen it to relieve the pressure. Starts bending up. So that's what I just did for about 5 minutes straight, off and on. And I think we got it, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Look at how. All right, hold on. Not too many shavings. All right, hold on. Let's loosen this screw. Loosen the screw. The J-hooks are still in. They didn't break, so please. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, blast. Yeah! Woo! We are off. Yes. Guys, so we are popped off, and I want to take this moment before I take these out to show you what you got to do here. So first, let's gently feed the airbag wire back in. We're gonna wipe all that off. Oh God. Safety third. You know when you rotate the hat backwards, I just said I'm going for it. Anywho, these J hooks, half of my problem last Sunday. Look how much the torque. But it distorted it. But anyway, these J hooks, right? They have to go in. Okay, sweetie. And you have to position them the right way. So what I did was, to balance it out, this one up, and then this one I had it down. And what I did was I used the vice grips to turn it. So we're gonna move this aside, and then we gotta swap stuff over. Let's wipe that off real quick. Oh, this is awesome. Oh God. I also, just so you know, I walked away for about 30 minutes, soaked the crap out of it with PB Blaster. So use PB Blaster. Don't be afraid to use it. Use it. I think it helps. Yeah. All right, guys, so we got to swap a couple things. So first, let's move that 7 out of the way. Let's get the back plastic shroud off of the stock steering wheel. It looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 push tabs. Should be easy, right? Again, one-handed while I'm videoing. Should be. Oh, that felt good. Especially because it's cold out. So there's 5 little plastic push tabs. Simple. What's an install video without some blood? Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. All right, so that's off the stock steering wheel. Let's see, what else? What other damage can I do to myself? All right, 7mm open-ended wrench or socket. So let's take these off. Okay, well, aside from the blood, this is fun. So that 7mm, that one's sheared. So we are 0 for 1. So that's fun. You're gonna remove your 7mm here. So that way you can swap it over to your new wheel. This one's sheared off and blood is flowing. We're at the point of no return. Well, we've been at the point of no return, but we're gonna keep cranking here. More good news. Second one sheared off. So I got nothing for you guys. I think it's just, you figure this steering wheel was put on the car probably back in 1998 because the car's a 99. So it could have been sometime 98, 99. It's 26, 27 years ago. Things weaken over time. It is what it is. These little rubber stoppers, we're gonna pull these out. Pretty sure they'll just pull out. Pull them out. Yep. All right, there's one. 4. All right, guys. So I have the new steering wheel flipped upside down, and we're gonna put this black trim piece, the stock black trim piece, and just snap it back on. Should snap, in theory, right back on like so. And that's on. I think I'm done for the day because I still got to clean all the shavings out, but I'm just gonna go rest this in the car real quick. Now that we got the black rear plastic cover on, feed your yellow airbag wiring back through the bottom hole, and let's get that back on like so. All right, so we gotta tighten this nut down. So let's do that. All right, guys, we got our iron cross back, 13/16, so we're tightening this bad boy up. Still gotta do a final tighten. All right, so we're gonna swap over the little airbag holder brackets, 7mm. It would be way faster with a ratchet, but I'm still using my open-ended wrench. Guys, moment of truth. Let's put the battery back on, start her up, make sure we good to rock. All right, battery is connected. Little cover back on. This guy has got to be cleaned. All right. Miss you, Dad. I love you. I know you're still here. Like I was saying, guys, I rated my toolbox from screws over the years. I think this might be like a stock boost solenoid from the SRT4, but I've got all these screws and washers over the years because you realize you never know when you might need them again. So that actually came in handy. So let's go start her up. Well, that's silly. I just somehow pegged the air inflator gauge. It went all the way around. So I don't know if that's destroyed now or if I can reset. Fun times. Well, let's just start this car up real quick. My God, it's always something. All right. Let's make it neutral. I'm an idiot. I thought I was taking my time. I got blinded by the beautiful carbon fiber. That is the Overtake Auto steering wheel. Red center stripe. Looks awesome. And I was so excited because I also haven't driven this car in, I don't know, months, 2 months. So I got my new battery, put the airbag cover in. I put the ground wire on. I was excited that I found those screws that I thought I wouldn't be able to find. So I thought I solved all the issues. And guess why the airbag light's on, ladies and gents? Because I forgot to connect the yellow airbag wire. Which means now I have to disconnect the battery, let it drain down for an hour or two or overnight. I have to take off those two T30s, which isn't the end of the world, and reconnect, but what a bummer. So we're not done yet. It's been too long, so we're going to take us around the block. See how it does. Things are falling. Oh my God. We're going to do a little maiden around the block with the new steering wheel. And also make sure the car turns and, you know, all the normal stuff. Except the airbag light. That would have been nice if I... Whatever. Could, you know. Feels good in the hand, the grips. Feels nice. The carbon feels nice in your hands. The side grips. These grips feel great. Flat bottom when you turn is awesome. Going to wrap up this install video of this beautiful carbon fiber steering wheel from Overtake Auto. As always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging in. It was a long install video. Thank you for watching. Hope you picked up some tips and tricks. I will drop a link to this exact steering wheel in the description of the video down below. So be sure to check the website, order the exact same one, or you can even customize one if you want a different color. Forged carbon fiber, many different options. Leather, they even have a matching airbag cover, which hopefully will be my next piece. They have double din unit, carbon fiber, center. They have a lot for the Corvettes, guys. So shout out to Overtake Auto. Thank you for making and shipping a beautiful product. I'm super satisfied. Install was not that bad. Thank you guys for tuning in to Dadlife. This is Dante from Dadlife.